What's up, Jeremiahans? In this video, I will be comparing the Yamaha PSR-E463 and the Casio CT-X3000. These two models of 61-key arranger keyboards are most closely matched in price in Amazon. The Yamaha PSR-E463 costs $280 and the Casio CT-X3000 costs a little bit more at $299. And in this video, I will go through with you the pros and cons of each model and what is the strength of the Casio CT-X3000 and what is the strength of the Yamaha PSR-E463 and which gives you more bang for your buck. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jeremy C, and in this channel you will find tips, reviews and tutorials about arranger keyboards and digital pianos. Occasionally, because I'm from Singapore, I will throw in a couple of videos about live experiences in Singapore. So if you like content like this, make sure you smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to not miss out on any videos I upload. This video was made possible by keyboards.sg. If you're looking for a great keyboard or digital piano deals in Singapore, make sure you head over to keyboards.sg. Let's get started. I have had my Yamaha PSR-E463 for a couple of months and I have made quite a number of videos on my channel, so go have a look. I've also had the Casio CT-X with me for a few months now, so I'm going to give you my opinion on which is a better deal since they are so closely matched and they both have 61 keys and have quite a lot of similar features. Firstly, let's talk about sound. In terms of sound-wise, the Yamaha has a lot better acoustic instrument. It is more natural sounding and is more realistic. However, the strong point of the Casio CT-X series is the electric piano sounds and the synth sounds. I have made another video, go check it out, where I demonstrated some of the really fantastic digital piano sounds, electric piano sounds on the Casio CT-X. One of the features where Casio really trashes the Yamaha PSR-E463 is that of the rhythm creation and rhythm editing. So if you have a style that you do not like and you just want to remove some elements, you can actually go into the style creator, rhythm creator on the Casio CT-X3000 and edit out the little rhythmic parts or phrase parts that you do not want and lay on new parts. And if you have a very specific rhythm that you want, very specific style that you want, you can actually go into the rhythm creator and lay a brand new rhythmic style creation track from scratch. This feature is not found on the Yamaha PSR-E463. There's nothing you can do to the Yamaha rhythm other than maybe switching on and off certain parts and having these parts come on later on, but that really isn't any kind of style creating at all. If you are using your keyboards for a higher grade exams in the Trinity Guildhall exams or the Rock Pop exams by Trinity, you want to take note that the Casio has a chord on bass detection system. So if, for example, you want to play a G chord with a D bass or a G chord with a B bass, as is required in the higher grades from grade 5 onwards, you really want to only consider the Casio CT-X3000. That is because the Yamaha PSR-E463, there is no way to conveniently have the chord on bass feature. There's no way you can play a C chord with a G bass as is required by the syllabus. In addition, the Casio CT-X is able to do a full keyboard detection. So you can actually play the keyboard like a piano style while the rhythm is running, and it can actually pick up the chords using the information from both your hands, the notes that both your hands are playing. It is a pity that Yamaha didn't include this in the PSR-E463. I have played with the Yamaha P125, P121, the Yamaha 515, and there is a full piano keyboard chord detection system on the P series, which is really excellent. Even for really complex chords, the P series is able to detect and create a bass line and little rhythmic phrases and rhythm backing to accompany your playing. And it is a pity that this feature is not brought down onto the E series. I hope in NAMM 2019, which is coming up in a few weeks' time, we will see a new model from Yamaha which will incorporate features like this. The other important feature which is found on the Casio CT-X series, especially on the CT-X3000 and the 5000, is that of a second pedal input which supports the expression pedal. The expression pedal is especially important if you are trying to be more expressive with the sounds you're playing, especially if you're playing organ sounds, you're playing string sound. You want to make sure that you can raise and lower the volume of the sound accordingly. And if you're taking the Trinity exams, especially the arranger keyboard exams, you want to make sure that between the verse and the chorus, you can raise and lower the volume and be more expressive. One of the most frequent comments that I see on the comment sheet by examiners in the Trinity exam is that students are not making use of an expression pedal to modulate the volume from a verse and chorus, and whether it's mezzo forte, piano, fortissimo, there is simply not enough dynamic control. And that is because the PSR-E series just doesn't have the option to plug in an expression pedal, which the Casio CT-X3000 and 5000 have. Currently, with the state of the Yamaha PSR-E463 styles, although there are a couple of new styles, but most of the styles on the Yamaha PSR-E463 has been carried over from the previous model, PSR-E453. I have made a video highlighting the different additional styles that is included in the PSR-E463, so if you're watching this, go check out that video. But the styles are starting to sound quite repetitive and has been around for many years, as many as almost 8 to 10 years. Not that the styles are no good, but it is beginning to feel a little dated. In the revamp of the Casio CT-X AIX sound chip and this new model line, the Casio factory has actually included a lot of brand new styles that I have not heard on previous models before, and these are really pretty impressive sounding contemporary styles, which you will find very useful for playing your more modern pieces. One thing that Casio is doing right in the marketplace is creating customized, localized versions of their Casio CT-X keyboards. So in India, for example, you get the Casio CT-X9000 IN, and that includes all the Indian sounds in there, which is very specific for the Indian market. And the Indian market is huge when it comes to arranger keyboard, and Casio has pretty much been very strong there. Yamaha, for a couple of years ago, has the Yamaha PSR-I455. However, it's been quite a number of years and it's getting really old, that model, and Yamaha has not created any localized version of the PSR-E series like the PSR-E463. So this is another strength of the Casio CT-X. If you are from India, there are actually localized sounds for the region that you are at. There are a few things on the Yamaha PSR-E463 that sets it apart from the Casio CT-X3000. For example, there is a quick sampling function that is found on the PSR-E463, and that allows you to download samples from the internet into the keyboard, as well as record your own samples into the keyboard, and you can trigger this using the keys on the Yamaha PSR-E463. However, the sample length is really short and you are only limited to a couple of samples. I find the feature a little gimmicky and kind of applied half-heartedly. If Yamaha had gone on with a better approach to the sampling feature, I think it would be a useful feature. The other thing that's not found on the Casio CT-X is those of the live control knobs. So the live control knobs on the PSR-E463 allows you to modify in real time, to edit in real time sounds that you are playing live. So you're able to modify things like resonance, the cutoff, the reverb, the chorus in real time. However, I find the application of the live control knobs is not as good as those found on the PSR-S series like the S670, S775 and the S975. The parameters for controlling the live features and the live functions is a lot complete on the PSR-S series. It just seems to be a stripped down version with only a couple of effects you can apply via the live control knobs on the PSR-E463. That being said, what is the use of a keyboard if it's not user-friendly? I have to highlight this, and that is the Casio CT-X3000 as well as the 5000. If you are going into the more advanced features, things like style editing, voice editing, and you are doing deep menu diving, it is quite challenging to use. Even for a veteran arranger keyboard player like me who has been playing for almost 30 years of arranger keyboards, I cannot operate the Casio CT-X3000 deep features without the manual next to me all the time. However, the PSR-E series and the PSR-S series, especially the PSR-E463, it is really comfortable to use. I sit down, I don't even need the manual at all, and I can move around all the different features and functions. It's all very logically laid out and very user-friendly. So this is something you might want to consider if you haven't been playing a lot of arranger keyboards and you want something a lot more user-friendly. And if that is your main criteria, then of course the PSR-E463 is more suitable for you. I hope you found this video helpful. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Till the next time, bye bye.